to your morning show.
On your how this will go.
Come and watch two guys grow old. These are the days.
If we get a YouTube feed,
We'll just stream on D-Live then. Mr. We could
could
use a man like Donald Trump again. I live in a redneck state.
everybody here's irate.
Man, this intro sure sounds great.
These are
the days. Hey, Boomer Bunker Prime Time, Wednesday, October 13th. Defining the term sexy grandpa, I am Boomer Bob here with the hardest working independent podcast consultant in the business, John J. Jamingo.
Hey, that was pretty cool. I like your intros. I got to say, I'm always surprised by your intros. You do a good job.
Why, because I don't stutter?
No, that's not. They're just good. They're just take the compliment, Bob. Just take the compliment, run out of bounds.
I do define sexy grandpa.
I guess you do. To some people,
you know, I kind of wanted to pitch to you maybe a different intro for the night shows, because our other one says, you know, time to do our morning show.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really fit, you know, and I'm too lazy to like edit that to
rest. We
prime
are.
time. So I thought maybe using this one. It's 1 minute long, so it's perfect.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to feel free again? Enjoy get-togethers with your friends, cheering on your team, living the dream. You ought to be vaccinated.
It's good to be white.
Wouldn't you like to see your family living life the way it used to be? Give your mama a hug, do the things you love. You ought to be vaccinated.
By the way, I've already been doing all that shit.
I think, yeah.
Here's a chance to change your life, so take it. It's your life, and life is what you make it. Wouldn't you like to travel anywhere? Party all night long with that.
Oops.
Live life to the full instead of being down. It only takes a tick, just a little prick.
Come on, all the crackers sing along.
Be vaccinated.
Hated.
Yes. What do you think of that for our new theme song?
I like it. I think we should do it. You know what? I know that we get blasted for too much COVID talk, and we're starting the show off with too much COVID talk. And I always want to do all COVID talk because someone told me I do too much of it. I just want to do it to spite and smite them. But my point is, what if we 100% vaccinate everybody and there's still COVID cases? What the fuck are they going to do then? What will they do? Because there's breakthrough cases. So then what will they do? Who will they blame now? Our potted plant in chief, Joe Biden, let's go Brandon, said that he was going to attack the virus. He had a way of attacking the virus. Every death up until Joe Biden took the oath of office was Trump's fault. This is Trump's America. Trump did this. This is Trump's fault. This is all Trump's fault. Joe Biden comes in with 3 vaccines, and all he's got, and already they were giving out 100 million shots a day, and all he had to do was not screw that up. Couldn't even do that. So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, now he can't. So he's not going to stop COVID, and they don't even know what to do. They don't even know how to do it. So now he can't take the blame himself. So now he's going to blame the unvaccinated. That's a joke. The whole thing's a joke.
Well, speaking of Let's Go Brandon, check this one out. This is some kind of a truck racing.
Yeah, NASCAR truck race.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch that crap. I know I'm from Alabama, but
yeah, what are you out of your mind?
I'm not your textbook definition of an Alabamian. So
that's true.
Let's check this one out. This is funny.
Parts, they're going to help kick this thing off. All right, guys, ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Drivers, start your engines. Let's go, Brandon.
The best part about this is that at every, well, not every, but a lot of the sporting events, they're yelling "fuck Joe Biden," and they're
Not
getting
anymore.
Why not? Why not?
They're
What do you
saying,
mean?
"Let's go, Brandon." Like at
Oh, no.
college games and shit. I think.
Do you think they changed over? I think they're still saying "fuck Joe Biden."
I've seen a lot of the college games now are doing "Let's go, Brandon," and I think it's like they don't want to get in trouble at the college, you know, for
stop being a wuss.
Spend 30 grand a year for that education, man. You don't want to have it pulled out from under you.
The whole stadium is screaming it. What are they going to do? They're going to take and suspend them? They're going to suspend the whole stadium? So, but what I was saying is that the people that don't say that filthy word that I use as an adjective, noun, verb.
Fag?
No.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
So anyhow, they can use it now. Because if you say, "Let's go, Brandon," that is saying it is the N word of "fuck Joe Biden." So in other words, we say the N word. And then when we say that, everybody that's listening thinks the real word. So when you say, "Let's go, Brandon," we all think, "fuck Joe Biden," which is, I mean, stadiums across the nation are saying that. And you're telling me that 81 million people voted for him? Really? Is that what we're saying?
Well, they're also very tolerant. I mean, I every day I come across tweets like this. "Fuck unemployment benefits. Adults who refuse to get vaxxed without a medical exemption should lose all access to all public benefits."
That's right.
That's the tolerant left.
And yeah, hey, listen, if you don't get vaccinated, no more welfare, right? None of that. No more public assistance. None of that. You have to be vaccinated to get all that stuff. The problem is that the group, the race of people that the Democrats love to pander to are the most unvaccinated group. So they got to be careful. It's like, hey, listen, all you white people, you white people, you filthy white people, this is the reason we're having COVID and we can't go out and have Christmas is because you're the one. You go get vaccinated.
It goes like this. This is a cat. This is a cat.
That is a cat.
Kind of how it goes.
It's the truth. He can say anything he wants.
Well, there's been some backlash to his documentary. I think it's out on Disney or something about him. It's an hour and 45 minutes. I mean,
too long.
They just turn him into God, and I think this is going to be for the LGBTQ community to include them so that they can watch it too. Fauci.
I'll tell you what, he is so memeable.
He looks good in lipstick.
He doesn't look bad as a chick.
Yeah. You take them glasses off as long as he doesn't keep talking like this.
Talking like this. Well, I mean, come on. How does anybody believe him? Like they sit there and they would talk about how Trump was, how Trump lied, and nobody lies more than Dr. Fauci.
They all fucking lie. No. I mean, what? Like case in point, our what's her name, Janet Yellen. She's the federal whatever she is. Anyway, she gets paid like $200,000 a year, right? But the banks pay her $8 million a year in speaking engagements. So who's her real boss?
Jesus. The thing, I'm telling you, this pandemic has given people a chance to really sit down and see what's going on and how we're getting it rammed up our pooper on the regular.
Like this?
Well, no. Why? Well, first of all, why would they lubricate? They just jam it in raw.
Oh, dry? Oh, that's just
Dry, just a
cold.
dry jam.
Drink a little milk, spit first, you know?
Nope. Milk spit.
Hey, that's better than snot on a doorknob. Well, you know who Zuckerberg is, and you know who Psaki is.
Yes.
Check this transformation out. I don't know. No.
Holy shit. It's amazing what I love the internet.
No.
I love the internet. How did they? That is amazing. If I didn't know better, I would swear that if I didn't hear his voice,
What did you
and
think
her
they were
voice,
related?
I would think that was Zuckerberg in drag. The nose gives it away. They've done something different with the nose. But to take Zuckerberg and just morph him into Psaki is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. It's impressive. I mean, you could probably do that with anybody. They could probably morph you into me or whatever. But
you into me, not me into you. I don't think that would work. Hey, quick question, if I'm allowed to share. I think women are getting fed up with these soy boy men, and I think this tells you why.
Is masculinity toxic? No, it's not. And I'm sick of you liberals spreading your cuckold agenda. Our founding fathers did not dump barrels of tea over Pearl Harbor just for these freaking soy boys to be drinking it all day. Man up and go kill something.
I mean, not a fan of sunglasses indoors, but hey.
The thing is,
I think the rest of it was well done.
Our forefathers dumped tea over in Pearl Harbor. So you soy boys can drink it all day. Go kill something.
Well, here's I'd never thought of this, and I kind of thought, I mean, not calling you names or anything here. I'm not trying to make, fun of your
fat. Go ahead.
Okay. So, but I thought you could shed some light into this. I've had issues. I mean, my arms aren't, big, but this should be an issue with everybody, like bodybuilders, things like that. Here we go.
Medical fat phobia is honestly so pervasive. Like,
medical fat phobia.
Medical fat phobia.
Pervasive, like, oh my God.
Okay. Let's hear
medical
this.
Fat phobia.
Medical fat phobia is honestly so pervasive. Like, I just went in, I'm getting a COVID test, flu test, whatever. I'm feeling really bad. And they had to do a blood pressure test. You can't really see, but my arm is really red because they didn't have a blood pressure cuff that fit my arm. So in turn, first of all, it was painful. And second of all, they couldn't get an accurate read on my blood pressure. And this may just seem like a simple thing, but it's just so pervasive in the medical field and genuinely impacts like every visit.
Okay. I've never had my blood pressure checked with a cuff that was comfortable and pleasant. Like it massaged me and told me nice things about myself.
Okay, so I do have a lot of experience in this, and I'll tell you what, she is not wrong, and I'll explain why. I'm not the cuff thing, the pressure, because what they do is if they can't put it on my upper arm, they put it on my forearm. And is it as accurate? I don't think it is. I think it makes it higher. But sometimes they do have bigger cuffs and they can put it around your arm. But the problem is they do have to put more pressure on your arm when you're a bigger person to get to that wherever they got to pump it up to. What, I don't know. Because when they pump that blood pressure cuff up on me, by the time it gets done, I can feel my blood, I can feel my heartbeat in my earlobes. I mean, that's how much pressure they're putting on you. And then they drop it and whatever. But here's what I think is it's a different when you go into the doctor. If you go into the doctor with anything, I don't know, an ingrown toenail, well, what should I do? Lose weight. Why? Okay. I understand that. But until I can lose weight or eat better or do whatever, can we take a look at this rash? I mean, it's just everything that you go in for, it's because you're fat. Not everything that happens to you is because you're fat.
But yeah, you should probably get a haircut, change your cologne, maybe invest a little more of your income. Maybe, wash your car. It's dirty too. It's an investment.
I mean, me and a couple of doctors have had very, very uncomfortable conversations because they said, well, have you ever thought about bariatric surgery? And I have several times. And in 2 times I was ready to go and COVID hit. So that's neither here nor there. But I said, oh, well, bariatric, how long will that take? I mean, you know, right now I'm having problems now. You know, do you think that maybe will they do anything? They'll have to fix this before they can cut me open. And to be honest with you, I really don't have a problem. Well, I'm 60 now, so I don't know how old you can be before you have it. They say you can get it up until you're in your 80s, and that's fine. And I've had issues. I've lost 30 pounds this week. 30 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, from last Wednesday until now, I'm down 30 pounds.
You're going to Taco Bell a lot?
No, what the problem is when I got this infection, I had no desire to eat. So I would like have to eat for medication. I'd take a couple spoonfuls of yogurt and I'm like, my God, there's so much yogurt here. Where normally I would normally just eat 2 yogurts.
Do you maintain like the same, you know, group of doctors and just keep going back to them, or do you like change around?
I have not changed. Well, I have the same group now. Soft says Dunkin' Donuts is going to go out of business. They might. So no, I've kept the same ones. I like the fact that the group that I have now is on the web. I can see all my tests. I can see everything. I can manage everything. They have everything. When I go to the doctors, they have everything, all my medications, all my past tests, all the stuff. It's at their fingertips, which is what I like.
I went for a long time, man. I kept just jumping around from doctor to doctor because this, like, every one of them just screws me up even worse. I had one I'd gone in for like a prostate exam that I didn't know was coming. It was a damn physical. And he, you know, walks in and I'm like, okay. He's like, okay, I'm going to examine your prostate. And I'm like, well, okay, where should I put my pants? And he said, oh, over there by mine. I'm leaving.
Moon River. That's one of my favorite movies is Fletch. Everybody pans that movie. I love that Chevy Chase in that movie, Fletch. The first one. I don't even know about the second one, but this first one I absolutely love.
Did you see the giant dick go up into, well, technically 2 giant dicks went up into damn space today?
I did not see the launch. I heard it was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I was at work, so I didn't
see the launch.
anything, but yeah.
Are they still up there? Did they come back down yet?
No, you know, it's like sex. They go up there for like, you know, 3 minutes and then they're done and they come back.
Did he make it?
Well, you know Bezos took William Shatner with him.
Yeah, I know. Yes, yeah.
90 years old. I mean, that's impressive.
That is impressive. I mean, that's a lot of G's coming out of that thing for, you know, to push all that blood into his heart.
Word. So when they get back, the camera.
Go ahead.
No cap.
Word.
So when they get back, the camera is on. I'll just share the screen rather than see.
Bob Chappelle. Word.
No, I wish. So here we got it. You know, what should be something, kind of a moment that should be kind of, you know, capsuled for later on, because I mean, both of these guys have done amazing things, and
it's William Shatner,
Bezos, and they're having a moment. They both just went up into space, man.
That's Dr. Evil, isn't it? Dr. Evil. He looks like Dr. Evil. I don't care what anybody says.
That's what's hilarious is the whole thing. You've watched those movies, right?
Yeah, of course.
The one where it looks like a giant penis, you know, dick,
it
you know, Jesus. So
it's a flying penis.
Check this out. This is after.
You know what the impression I had that I never expected.
Shut up over there, you cackling bitch.
I mean, this is William Shatner. Not that I don't care anything about the guy, and I wasn't a fan of his.
I mean, it's just you're right. This is and they're over there cackling. What is that? Kamala Harris behind him?
No, she's still hanging out with those child actors that she had.
How about this? Get closer with the goddamn camera and get the microphone.
Yeah, you gotta. How many billions of dollars did that rocket cost? You can't get a decent, you know, microphone in your camera.
Jesus.
So anyway, just a second.
Oh my God! Give me a champagne bottle. Come here. I want one.
Look at this. He's explaining what it was like for him to the man who made it possible. And he can't even pay attention to him. He's like, yeah, bring me that champagne bottle. Let the man finish. He's 90 years old.
You know what would have been great is after he Bezos turns back to Shatner. Shatner grabs his heart and then falls on the ground. And then they all go to round him. He says, now maybe I got your attention. I can finish a fucking sentence.
I mean, you can tell by like his body language. He's like, "Oh fuck, I guess I'll just itch where my hat meets my head here."
Give me some of that champagne.
He does fucking billionaire shit. That fucking bottle probably costs more than my house. You know, unless he got it off Amazon. I don't know that they sell, liquor, but
hey,
anyway.
They're going to be in big trouble in the next couple months or so. They're going to be in big trouble because
this chick just let him like blow that all over her.
Did he?
Look at her. She's like, "Ooh, yeah, shoot me."
What was she? She a former Washington Redskins cheerleader? I mean,
he's a bachelor now, isn't he? So,
like, does he? Does he have another girlfriend? He can't. Well, I'm sure he doesn't have one.
Would you? If you were number one on the wealthiest man list, would you maintain any sort of a long-term committed relationship? Yeah, see that? Oh, poor guy.
Poor Shatner.
I feel bad for him.
Hey, Bill, you know what? You come on the Boomer Bunker and we will sit there and we will listen to you tell that story. Yeah. That's right. We want to listen. I want to know what happened. Fucking Bezos, piece of shit.
I'm sure he'll be on, Today's Show and all that crap tomorrow talking about it, but I don't know. I thought it was crap.
He pays her specifically to accept his champagne loads.
There it is.
Dropping loads.
Oh man. Let's see what else. What else we got here?
While you're doing,
there's some. I don't know what this was. I think this is just a chick who lives in this neighborhood and loves Black Lives Matter for some fucking reason. And she's just going around to her fucking neighbors just being a cunt. So here we go. We are wrong hole.
This lady told me to leave because she thinks it's okay to be racist. She says it's America and it's okay to be racist. All right, sorry. You're right. On the sidewalk.
Get off my property. I can say and do what I want. I believe in the flag.
Oh, okay. Good to know. 72776 Columbus. Apparently all my neighbors are racist.
Yeah, dox them.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Like what?
Black Lives. Oh.
What if this chick just started coming down your street? Paused right in front of 3 John Domingo Boulevard and starts screaming at your front door. What are you gonna do? Anything?
Call cops. I just called the cops. I would just call the cops and say she's creating a disturbance. Is that her?
No, this is another neighbor.
That she's doing the same thing.
Saying Black Lives Matter. I'm saying that other lives don't matter. Black Lives Matter. Did you hear me say no other lives matter? I said Black Lives Matter.
Who cares?
Other lives matter. I said Black Lives Matter because they're the ones that are literally getting killed right now.
You know what we need to do to her?
Where are they getting killed? Am I missing some kind of like news cycle somewhere?
You know what we need to do? We need to take her, right? Scoop her up and drop her off in the middle of Chicago's one of those South neighborhoods about 10 o'clock at night. And then say, listen, if you make it through the night, we'll pick you back up in the morning. And let's see let's see what she feels like then.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because it's not, I understand the point is Tristan's absolutely right. This is why men are turning gay.
Do they turn?
Sure. No, they don't. You're born.
They just go to bed one night. Oh, that was some good snatch. I wake up in the morning. Penis.
No, you're born gay as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they should drop her in
on
Michael Jackson Boulevard in Gary, Indiana.
It's up there near my relatives now. I don't know how this is not like disturbing the peace or something. Can't these just get her out of there?
I got to be honest with you. I would really want to buy a paintball gun and keep about 100 paintballs in the freezer.
Turn on the garden hose.
Yeah, well, no, paint, and it just when she just comes out, she's yelling Black Lives Matter. Just
nice.
Hit her about 10 times with a frozen paintball.
Just bam, just go.
Oh, this lady's she's from she must be in Oklahoma, right?
Oh,
or no, is that Ohio? That looks more of an Ohio O, right?
Oh,
O in the middle.
Oh,
high on both ends.
I feel like the aliens from the like the Muppet or is it the damn Sesame Street or something?
Because you think that people are literally, you're trying to get the cops to call your phone. Like that's the situation that you think is going on right now. I'm not on their lawn. I'm not on their lawn.
That, okay, but I have to notify you officially that you are trespassed from that property. So if you step foot on there again, you're going to be charged with criminal trespass.
Oh, okay. This is just like
so. Apparently, walking in front of people's houses that are minding their own business and screaming at the front door that Black Lives Matter and that they're scumbags and all this stuff. Like that's not an offense of any sort.
Of course, it's offensive. It's just allowed. It's allowed. I don't know what else to tell you. You're allowed to go out and protest. But why to sit there and I want to hear what this officer says to say.
You have to be told prior to.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Yes,
so
yes.
If you go there again,
you're telling me not to step foot on their lawn.
Correct.
Okay.
So they have to tell her, hey, get off my property. And then after that, if she goes back on, the cop can do something. But if this chick just walks up and knocks on the door, there's nothing they can do until they're told, hey, don't come on my property.
And no one thinks that Black lives don't matter. That's the thing. No one thinks that.
Cool.
Well, maybe a few people in your neck of the woods. But most of the people, 99.9% people think that Black lives matter.
So are you in that other 1%?
No, of course I think Black lives matter. That's just stupid. Why wouldn't they matter? You know what doesn't matter? You know who doesn't matter? Criminals. Criminals' lives don't matter. People that resist arrest, their lives. You know what? They don't matter because they're not complying.
I think they should also include white women who run around talking about Black Lives Matter.
Like Bill Burr says, they just stepped over that fence of oppression and they're over here and then they're yelling at everybody else. You go back on the other side and take your ass whooping and you're talking to like everybody else has to. What is it called when you just sit there and you're basically just, I don't even know how to explain it. They're basically just sitting there and I want to say cuck for them, but I don't know what other word there is to use for that. I don't know. Yeah, what's more annoying? Her running up and down the road screaming Black Lives Matter, or those Jehovah's Witnesses that knock on your door and want to talk to you about Jesus? Which is more annoying on a scale? Anything, Bob? How about you out in the I ask a question, you just sit there and stare at me. I don't know what the fuck do I do with you? It requires a yes or no answer. Oh, here we go. I can't hear it. Can you hear it? Well, that's unfortunate.
Hello.
I can hear you.
There we go.
Black Lives Matter on campus, but you don't allow white power on campus. Why not? It's the same shit. Well, both are hate group, but neither are productive. So if you denounce one, denounce the other. Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. That's what I'm being honest with you, bro. I'm being honest with you. Post? Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. Listen, let me be honest with you. I just want to say this, right? I want to tell you something right now. African Americans make up 13% of the population, yet commit over 50% of the violent gun and drug crime in the United States.
And you don't think there's a problem with those?
No, that's true. It's 55%.
Okay.
Right? So 95% of that is to other blacks. So me as an African American, I have a 2,000 time more likelihood to be shot and killed by another black man leaving this event than I do by a white person, a police officer, a neo-Nazi.
So you don't think that's a
2,000 times more percent. I mean, we're killing us as African Americans. We're killing each other. That's what the real fucking problem is.
Yo, this is a reverse mirror. She supposed to be talking.
I'm being honest with you. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. This is me and my brother right here. We got to stand.
You nailed it.
I don't know. Like I said, I understand what they're saying, but I just don't understand. I don't know. The whole thing is stupid.
10 years ago, John, did you ever think you would see that kind of crap?
No, I don't.
A white blonde woman who looks like she's doing fine for herself, holding a sign, taking up for another race, while a member of that race tells her that she's basically an idiot for doing that.
Well, it's true. I mean, I understand what you're saying there. I think that what happened, the basic thing is that people have been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed that the system by a bunch of racist grifters, like your basic Al Sharpton types, who now want to push this critical race theory, and they want to make like $20,000 an appearance and all this. And basically what they're saying is that the whole system is systemically racist and everything has to be torn down and start over again. And it's not what they really want to do. And here's the thing. If it affected that lady's life, the one that's sitting there holding the sign, if it affected her life in any way, she lost her. Hey, you know what she could do? She say, walk in tomorrow and say, you know what? I'm going to quit my job and I would love it for you to give it to a black person because we've oppressed them. Not one person is doing that. Not one. So cut me a break with this nonsense. Black Lives Matter. I agree that Black Lives Matter. I just don't agree. And what he said is true. The organization, they
it's a terrorist organization.
Well, they grifted people out of millions and millions of dollars and took that money for themselves and went and bought houses. And now all of a sudden they're gone. They don't give a shit anymore. They got their money. I got mines. So what else we got going on?
Well, let's change the topic, and
because I mean we're really dancing around the third rail right now.
This was a doctor. He was, I think, a surgeon of some sort.
He's a surgeon,
and he's in Southern California in a suburb, I think near San Diego, and he's flying his plane.
Ooh,
and well, just watch.
22 Golf, climb and maintain 3,800. Please on 800, group. 22 Golf, turn right, heading 090, re-vectors to final. 090, true Golf. 22 Golf, turn right, heading 090, climb immediately, maintain 4,000.
Climb immediately?
True Golf. Okay, it looks like you're descending, sir. I need to make sure you are climbing, not descending. Golf is climbing. 22 Golf, say altitude. 2,500 to the Golf. Air 22 Golf, low altitude alert. Climb immediately. Climb the airplane, maintain 5,000. Expedite climb. Climb the airplane, please. Air 22 Golf, just level out the plane or the heading and climb the airplane up to 5,000 when you can, sir. 10 o'clock and a half mile, 1,500. You appear to be descending again, sir. Are you, say altitude? Princess and 7022 Golf, SoCal approach.
And I don't know why he's not talking.
2978.
Is he conscious?
I know nothing. I don't think anybody knows what happened here except the ending.
Ooh, this isn't going to end well, is it? He's.
Tower aircraft has crashed about a half mile in front of us into the houses.
Oh no!
129er, turn east now.
Turning east.
Yeah, apparently this guy's had. Oh, this is going to be.
Yeah, apparently that's like a elementary school right there, like under him. That he's
wow, he just missed it.
Yeah.
Look, if he just could have. Oh no. Oops. Well, that's that.
Thank you for flying. What the fuck, airline?
Yeah, apparently something happened with him. Oh, wow. He really went in over. He just went in and over.
So
he must have been having some kind of medical problem, some kind of issue where he was just
I don't know. I don't know if he was out cold or what, because I didn't hear him talking at all. But here's the aftermath of that.
Oh boy, he lit something up. Imagine you're. God
I
forbid
guess it now there were 2 people in that home, but they got out. Now it killed a UPS driver, oddly enough, and
no shit.
I think the dog that was in this home, because they couldn't find their dog. The 2 people got out of that window that you see right here on the side.
Wow.
But they couldn't find their dog, so I think they lost their dog, which is sad.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, man. What's bad is I live near one of those airports where that kind of shit can happen. So,
hey, I need more information on you. You're a Muslim Egyptian. I need to know more. I don't know if your life matters right now. I have to find out, where you are in your. I mean, are you the beating women?
How do you feel about tapioca?
It used to be a passion of mine. It's not anymore.
You talking about him?
No. So basically, I want to know are you the Muslims that won't allow women to go to school? They have to cover their head. They'll cut their hands off if they're caught learning how to read. Are you one of those Muslims? Because then again, I really don't have any time for you.
Oh yeah, that plane crash was on 10/11.
It was on 10/11.
Yes.
Okay.
Not 9/11 though.
Okay.
So yeah, never forget. So
never forget.
I want to know if you take either side in this thing. I
can't wait. 2 nitwits yelling at each other over nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is at a faux Saigon. I say faux cough. If I had a restaurant that was the PHO, I'd name it faux cough. Here we go.
You were fucking loud. You're being rude right now.
Yeah, because they still don't fucking understand to go. I would have been gone, but she said.
So apparently she had ordered something to go and they put it where it wasn't to go. So she's giving them shit. And there's obviously some girl or girls in there who are taking up for them and telling this woman to shut the fuck up.
Okay, you're spilling stuff everywhere now.
You know what? How about I spill it on you?
Do it.
Excuse you.
Do it. See what the fuck happens.
Excuse you, please.
Excuse me. You go ahead and try it. See what happens to you.
Sorry, you announced it to everybody. You don't need to insult people.
Does her shirt say "Not today, Satan"?
I can't tell.
It does. It says "Not today, Satan."
So here's an older woman.
I just noticed that.
A middle-aged woman, and she's arguing with 2 20-somethings. You can tell by their voice and their inflection. And like you come over here, you come over here and try that.
Yeah, I named the file Karen and Kyron because I thought it fit.
Mm.
Yeah, I do, because she was standing up for people because he didn't do anything wrong.
Because he didn't fucking do the job.
Okay, you know what? I will pay for your food for you to get the fuck out.
I'll pay for your food for you to get the F out. Dude, would you take it?
No, I would tell her to go fuck herself and get away from me. Go find somebody else to annoy. As soon as the camera comes out, whoever brings the camera out first.
Well, I mean, I'm going to guess that the age group of the person holding the camera right now never puts their phone in their pocket. It's always in their hand. So it's always out.
Or it's right in the ass pocket.
Right.
Should I call the police? I think.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead. You're in Austin, Texas.
Call the police.
It's your Los Angeles. Go ahead and call the popo.
I'm going to call the hello, police 911. Yeah, I have a Karen here, and she's making me uncomfortable. I feel unsafe, and I'm filming right now. There'll be plenty of evidence when you get here. Can you please send a car out? And here's the thing about Austin: they don't have 911 anymore. They've defunded police so much that if something like this happens, you call 311. And in a couple of days, when they get around to it, they'll send somebody. If it's not a life and death situation, don't call 911. Call 311. That's how screwed up Austin is.
Well, yeah, you'll get a community counselor or something.
I'll tell you what. You want to screw up an area. You want to destroy an area. Take and send a bunch of liberal Democrats into there and let them take over the whole area. And within 5 years, they will destroy the place. They're
They're building a new Tesla like plant there. It's massive.
Not in Austin.
It's insane.
I know. Well, they moved out of California because
everybody is.
tax,
Hewlett Packard, I think, is also moving.
Of course, you can't let a business. They choke the shit out of businesses, and that's the problem.
At the end of this chick decides to show her this woman's, license plate, which I think is absolute bullshit. We'll just like ease up.
It's doxing, is what it is.
Hey, you should leave. Thank you.
Oh, she's leaving.
She's already leaving. You know what? You should leave. That's right. You go ahead. You get out of here. Thank you.
There's her tag number for anybody who wants to. I mean, what the? I think they were both in the wrong. I think the woman at the register was a bitch, and I think the two other
now
ones
we're
were also
all
bitches.
Everybody, we can't wait to find something to film out in the live to put up on our worthless social medias because nothing else is going on in our miserable lives. So when we find a situation where we can make something out of nothing and get it up online, and look, we're talking about it. Just worthless people. Bags of water. Saline. I don't know, Bob.
Well, have you ever snapped? Have you ever walked inside and been like, hey, let me get that to go? And then they bring it to you on like a tray and you're like, hey, I asked for that to go. I mean, did you ever snap on them?
No.
What the fuck?
No, they're in there doing a job.
Can't even do your job.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that because they're doing their job. Okay, here's a perfect, about, I don't know, a week ago. I go to the same Dunkin' Donuts I go to all the time. All right. I order an iced tea, unsweetened iced tea with lemon. I pull up, I get the drink, I pull away, I'm driving, I put the straw in it, I go to drink it. It's iced coffee. I'm like,
oops.
I spit it almost on the inside of the windshield. So, here we go. Yeah. Soft's over there typing out a diatribe. Surprise, John's got it wrong. Department is making changes. Yeah, they're making changes now. Why are they making the changes now, Soft? They're making changes because they defunded the police. The place is a fucking nightmare. And now they got to refund the police. So they defunded them. It's a shit show over there. And it's what'd I say? It's 311. What did I say? 611? Yeah. You call 311, not 911.
311. You said 311.
Yeah, I said 3. He's an idiot.
You call
he's an idiot.
611 to get your
nothing. They do nothing wrong over the places. It's just what it is. It's a fucking shit stain in the middle of an amazing state. That's what Austin is. A shit stain in the amazing. It's the brown stripe in the underwear of Texas is what it is. That's what Austin is.
Joe Rogan moved there, and then Adam Curry, I think, is the one that got him to move there, and then Adam Curry just moved out.
Yeah, he just moved down.
Moved like an hour away to get the fuck away from the place.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They're running around, Black Lives Matter. All cops are bastards. Defund the police. And as soon as something happens, I'll call the police. Morons.
How about you call the police? How about you just
wrong?
If you're in Australia, all you got to do is make a Facebook post and they'll come to you. Ready?
Go ahead.
That you put some Facebook. Does this look familiar?
Legal as.
They printed out Facebook posts onto paper.
Is that yours?
I believe you printed out some Facebook posts.
Yeah, and this is illegal. It is hate speech. It's illegal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Your government does not care about you.
It's the truth.
And well, this is proof that they do. I guess they're making sure that he posted them and not somebody else that hacked his. They just want to know if anybody hacked his account, right? Let's see.
Did you put this on Facebook? Yep. So the question that's been raised is, were you there? Bob.
No comment. Yeah.
Were you there at that particular event?
No.
Were you there?
Well, does it matter?
Yeah,
You're handing me paperwork saying I've sent a photo.
I'm not handing you anything. I'm asking you a question.
Well, you've got the photo, don't you? So
that doesn't. You've to put a photo on Facebook doesn't actually confirm whether you were there or not. So I'm asking.
So if I say no, you're not going to give me the paperwork. You're going to go home,
There's
are you?
no paperwork here to give you. This is
Okay,
my.
so what are we here for?
I love his
You here to
attitude.
serve me,
Okay,
or-
what part didn't? No.
Intimidation. Yeah, I know. It's just. Pretty laughing. It's loserish. It is like sad. What is this humanity? Where are we going in life? You've got the cops coming around here to tell me that I've been in a protest
No, to ask
6
you if
months
you
ago.
have- To ask you if you have been.
Yeah,
In
well,
July,
who gives
that's
a
what
fuck?
I was-
It's
It's none of your goddamn business.
Going to a protest. Why are
Gosh.
you guys here? Why is the
Because
police
you're
on my
mass gathering.
doorstep about a protest?
Yeah. Because
Why?
it's legal.
Black Lives Matter protests fucking 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that illegal? Are you knocking on their doors?
Maybe.
No, you're not.
So it's not just here, John.
It's clearly so imitating. Why are you working for this corrupt government? What are you guys doing? Who are you serving? Are you serving us? Or are you serving the corrupt government and health officials? They want no good for you. They're not there for you.
Were you there?
What?
I refuse to answer.
You can answer my question, can't you?
No, we can't answer your question.
Well, I won't answer that.
Okay.
I'll just no comment it.
All right.
Like, what? What are we here for?
Well, what part of when I...
What the fuck do you want from me?
What did you understand when I first told you why we're here?
Well, you're asking if I'm at a protest 6 months ago.
Because you made a Facebook post.
I do not recall.
We've been asking
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
because the crimes, anonymous
I don't
crimes
recall.
report.
I don't recall.
Well, then we'll end the conversation, unless
Yeah.
you want to say anything else.
Go ask Andrews.
What's your reason for breaching the show direction?
What are you talking about?
Boy, fuck
I
off.
don't recall any health directions, mate. I don't watch that bullshit on the TV.
That's what they're apparently they don't have real crime there in Australia.
Well, there's no way they can fight off the government. They're fucked.
Well,
Oh, you asshole
not true.
Americans and your guns.
That's not
You
true.
asshole
Now,
American and your guns. Yeah, the government would never do that to you. The
Tried to find
government
a-
will never lock you down. They would never do that. Meanwhile, here they are.
I'm
Morons.
trying to find a better version of this, and I couldn't. One that wasn't this small, whatever. So
It's fine. It's an audio show. Well, I know it's video, but it's audio too.
I don't know if this is their like prime minister or what the fuck this is, but anyway, premier, whatever.
Proud liberal democracy. We believe in a world order that favours freedom and that supports the dignity and free expression of all people.
Meanwhile, the cops are beating the shit out of somebody.
Well, that's the point. During this speech, whoever made this video decided to put the opposite. Show what's really going on.
We believe in a world order. That's the problem, the world order. And that's what they're trying to do. They've got a couple countries that...
And the rule of law, and we back that up with how
Rip
we
you out of
pursue
your
these
car.
things in our own
Have some
country,
mace.
in our own society, and how we raise our own children. Australia was one of 8 countries only involved in the drafting of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and we continue to strengthen the international human rights system.
Until we don't want to
continue
anymore.
raise our voice on important issues like the rights of women and girls, the rights of Indigenous peoples, because respecting the rights and freedoms of the individual is intrinsically important. It is fundamental to our values as a people and as a nation. It lifts all societies and nations too, delivering better outcomes through economic inclusion.
So if you get vaccinated, there will be special rules that apply to you.
Women's empowerment, environmental sustainability, rising living standards, and so much more. Australians' actions are guided by our belief in the inherent dignity of all people, everywhere, no matter the circumstances. Mr. President, we learned through the pandemic that every moment of challenge requires us to think anew, to engage with each other, to learn as you go. It is an experience understood by many others. And so we will continue to meet this moment with dialogue.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's all about freedom.
Right. It's a total bunch of bullshit. It's the same way that right now the administration lies right to your face. Like they don't even blink. They lie right to your face. And you're sitting there, you're like, are you serious? Do you think we believe this? I mean, you say one thing, you do another. And we sit here and we take it right up the ass.
Hey, I'm glad you said that.
Oh, you're trying to kill me, aren't you, Bob? You really are trying to kill me.
I mean, I think you've done enough damage. So you did all the hard part. I'm just
You're just here to finish me off. Superman is now
speaking
sucking
of
dick.
finishing somebody off.
Yeah, Superman now sucks dick.
Yes, the new Superman comes out as a bisexual in an upcoming comic. Now, I thought it was John Kent, the Clark's son, but apparently his dad's also. I don't know.
So Superman's son is now bisexual.
Well, it says here, the 5th issue of the DC comic series, Superman, son of Kal-El, will confirm that the new Superman, John Kent, child of Clark Kent and Lane, is bisexual after falling for Jay Nakamura, a male reporter.
That's you know what that is? That is the woke Jimmy Owens, because we can't have too many white people. So instead of having Jimmy Olsen, always close.
You're allowed.
Jimmy Olsen. You know, so we can't have that anymore. So now we've changed him with an Asian reporter who's now gay and taken his ass by Superboy.
I was interested to get what those who give a shit. I wanted to hear what their take was.
Ugh, go ahead.
National Coming Out Day, we learned that John Kent has come out as bisexual. In the newest issue of Superman, son of Kal-El, John Kent shares a kiss with reporter Jay Nakamura, making him the first Superman to be part of the LGBTQ community. Writer Tom Taylor explained his decision to take John's character in this direction, saying he didn't want to replace Clark with another straight white savior, that would be a missed opportunity, adding that everyone deserves to see themselves in their heroes, and now the strongest superhero on the planet is coming out. But John is a lot like his father because he fell for an intrepid reporter who actually idolizes his mom. I think this is pretty cool. Like Taylor said, representation matters. Superman is the most iconic hero of all time who has traditionally been very straight. So I think for readers who are part of the LGBT community, this is so awesome because they're finally seeing themselves represented in their favorite hero. I'm very excited to see where John and Jay's relationship goes because at the end of the day, he's in love with someone who challenges him and fights to make the world a better place. And that's really beautiful and very similar to Clark and Lois's love story. And further proof, love is
how is it? What?
So,
stop it.
Okay. Only thing I have to say to that. Son of a bitch.
Listen, you know what? You want to gay up Superman? I don't care. You know, I'm not watching Superman comics. I don't give a shit about this stuff anymore. You want to gay up everything? Go ahead, be my guest. Make his cape in the LGBTQ FLMNOP flag. Make, instead of having a red cape,
you have to be LGBTQS.
Whatever. Who cares?
Or
I'm so
Superman.
over this bullshit.
Super gay. Well, do you think he's a power bottom?
No, Superboy's a top. Superboy's a top. This, first of all,
so he's like Devin.
Yeah, he's like Devin, my co-host from the Gaslighting. He's a top. First of all, you'd bust your cock off trying to get it into Superboy's ass, don't you think? The thing would break right in the head. You get it, boink, 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 boink. There's just no way. Speaking about the transgenders, Netflix is all aflutter.
Oh, what?
Dave Chappelle's.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched
special.
it.
You haven't watched it? Yeah,
No.
of course I watched it. Watched it twice. Now listen. Is this a comedy special or is this more of a TED Talk?
This is the podcast, John.
No. The Dave Chappelle special.
Oh, my bad.
Is more of a TED Talk to me. And basically what he's telling, this is what Dave Chappelle is basically telling the LGBTQ alphabet community. I have a shit ton of money. You can't cancel me. Go fuck yourself, is basically what he's saying. But he says it more eloquently than I do. And he goes over and he talks about a lot of different things. Well, because you just can't go out and say, well, you can't just say to people that you can't make any kind of comment that is in any way disparaging the LGBTQ community. You can't do that. I mean, this is crazy.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
No, but I can do this.
What's up, nigga?
Oh, Jesus. All right. Anyhow, so Chappelle goes on and he does this 1 hour show, and the people over at Netflix are having a shit fit, just like the people at Spotify were having a shit fit when Joe Rogan went there. They don't like it. And I got to tell you, I was really, really surprised that the Netflix CEO came in and said, you know what? We believe in creative freedom. We believe that Dave Chappelle is one of the most popular stand-up comedians today. We have a long-standing deal with him. His last special, Sticks and Stones, also controversial, was our most watched, stickiest, and most award-winning stand-up special to date.
Wow.
So, basically he's telling them to go fuck themselves and get back to work.
Did he open with this?
Hello, faggot lovers.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. Where's mine? Is it anywhere here?
Hello, faggot lovers.
There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit better. No, he did not open up with that. And by the way, when it says faggot lovers, it's that's basically sausage and gravy. So don't start yelling at me. I didn't do anything.
It was a commercial.
I know it's a commercial.
For
it was in the 60s.
70s.
Okay. So, yeah, because it's color. So, what you talking about, Will, is color. No, the TV's color. It wasn't black and white.
Different strokes.
Exactly. So now, transgender workers plan walkout over Dave Chappelle's controversy. The business issues caused by the controversial Dave Chappelle comedy special are apparently anything but funny. Transgender Netflix employees are planning an October 20 walkout from the streaming service in response to a bevy of ongoing issues that all connect back to the 48-year-old Chappelle's The Closer. The most prominent of the problems was the suspension of a trans senior software engineer. Oh, I didn't hear this. Software engineer, Tara Field, who slammed Chappelle for his humor about trans people in a viral Twitter thread. Sources told the Post that Field was suspended not for the tweets, but for insulting or intruding along with two others into an executive-only meeting. Oh, okay. So basically, they went into protest in an executive-only meeting, and one of them got suspended. They've been reinstated after finding there was no ill intent in her attendance. So basically, they're going to, you know what I would say? You're going to walk out, pack your shit, and take it with you, and drop your badges off and your computers off and all that, all your company equipment off, and you just keep on marching. You just keep on walking. You should quit. That's what you should do. Don't sit there and worry about, don't you work for a company that's transphobic because they put Dave Chappelle on there?
Well, they would just add to the numbers. It came out that in August, 4.6 million people quit their jobs. It's the highest ever.
Not all over transgender shit.
Well, no, they quit their jobs.
Yeah.
Quitting a job's quitting a job. It doesn't matter why you do it.
Kind of does. Like if you quit your job, well, if you quit your job to go get another job, does that mean, some people, this is why I don't like these reports. If you quit your job to go get a better job, then that's not a bad thing.
Well, yeah, some people were working here and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go do that. So they'll go and do that. Yeah. But still, that's still quitting.
Yes, it is, Bob.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
If you're working at, I don't know, Burger King, and you get a job as a security guard, which is making more money, it's upward, has better benefits, and you quit your job. Yes, you've quit your job, but you've also taken another job. So I really don't think that counts. But if you're going to walk out on your job over transphobia, hey, it's a little bit different. I don't know. It's my thought.
They claim that, I heard today, I didn't gather any, like news top shit for the show about it, but I guess the Biden hand puppet, whatever, worked out a deal with Walmart, Amazon, and I think Target to get their crews, they're like truck drivers and pilots and all that working 24 hours a day. to move, merchandise around?
Yeah, if you screw up Christmas, there in the beginning of a year where we're going into 2022, which is the midterm elections, it probably will be
doing everything that they can to avoid having a recession on Biden's watch, because he's already at 34% approval rate.
Yeah, he's dropping like a rock. He hasn't done anything right. Not one thing since he's been president has he done that is right. Everything he does is wrong. I don't understand. I think he was sent here to destroy the country. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense. He had a country that was coming out of a COVID thing with a vaccine, and the economy should have went gangbusters. Everything should have went up.
Of course.
And he can't even, they gave him everything, and he's still screwing the pooch. And I blame every one of you people that voted for Biden.
So
Morons.
I saw this today. Amazon's looking to buy some used long-range cargo jets able to fly from China. So apparently that's to bypass some of these, container ships that are parked out in the water and not being emptied off because, well, there's not enough crane operators to get the containers off the ships, and there's not enough drivers down below to put the containers onto to drive them away. The lots are getting full. They have these like robot container, I don't know what to call them, like dollies, and they just roll up and they drop a container on them, and then it rolls and just basically like stacks it over there. And they're out of room with all the crap because there's not enough truck drivers.
So here's the thing. I don't know who to believe, because what I do is I go to the street, Bob. That's where I go. I go to find my news.
Keep it real.
I keep it real, man. I go to TikTok, and basically over TikTok, you see truck drivers sitting outside of this place, and they go, look, we've been sitting here. We've got all these trucks ready to go, and we can't get in. Meanwhile, for the past 9 hours, the crane hasn't moved. So it's not us. Then you see another TikTok from the guy in the crane over a ship, and he goes, look, it's not us. We're unloading these ships. Look, we don't have another place to put a container. And he just pans out. And from all you can see to the horizon is nothing but containers stacked 4 high.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what the fuck? Bob, I'm telling you right now, you and I could go down there and in 2 days have this shit straightened out. I know we could. It's not that hard. All you trucks, get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Let's dispatch this shit out and get it and go. There should be no reason why there's not any trucks moving in this.
Yeah, I saw the one where the guy was in his truck and he goes, I just watched a TikTok video about the container crane guys are like, there ain't no drivers. Well, I've been waiting here in line for 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So something is suppressing this. I'm telling you right now, we could send Soft Weekly up there, and even he could fix this in probably 2 weeks.
He could do it with a damn mini bike.
He probably could do it. I don't know. He is a little bit of a...
I know you have your beefs with that man, but I think he's...
Hey, listen, I like him. I like him as he's a nice guy. A little bit on the thick side, but he's a nice guy. Communist, socialist, Nazi.
Did we already talk about John Gruden?
We haven't, because nobody's gotten a screwing like John Gruden has gotten a screwing. So the NFL was, they were investigating the Washington football team, or as I like to call them, the team formerly known as the Redskins. And there's a lot of shenanigans that were going on over there. And I mean a lot of shenanigans. They made the cheerleaders go on a cruise. They had them topless and for a photo shoot. And there was like top donors there, top advertisers there. And they were watching the girls. And they said, well, don't worry. You're not going to be able to see this. What's going to be, you're not going to see anything when we do the calendar. Meanwhile, they're walking around topless in front of all these old men. Well, pictures of these got out and they were shared around. And then they took 650,000 emails from the Washington Redskins organization.
Jesus.
And in that, there was some where Gruden was in there and basically was saying shit that he shouldn't. Like he said that Roger Goodell made.
That's a commissioner, right?
Commissioner of NFL made the former coach of the Los Angeles Rams, Jeff Fisher, take the first openly gay player. I think his last name is Sams. And then he said that one guy's lips looked like 2 Michelin tires. And then he said a bunch of shit. But it was from his personal email. It wasn't from a team email or anything like that. He was emailing his friend at his friend's work. And they were going back and forth. And they were also passing these naked pictures of the NFL or the Washington football team cheerleaders there. So the cheerleaders now have a lawsuit. But what he also did was he also said that Roger Goodell was a faggot pussy.
Wow.
And I think what Roger Goodell did was package these emails up and drop them to some reporter because John Gruden was in his third year of a 10-year, $100 million contract. So he's getting paid $10 million a year. And he just quit. So if he quit, they don't have to pay him. Now, Soft is saying the Gruden is going to get a lot of his money from the Raiders. I don't know. Maybe they made a deal. If you quit, well, maybe he has some kind of severance package.
Or he has a payout. Yes, like an early
kind of payout or something.
He also said that it was an NFL investigation, and Gruden didn't work for the NFL during the time of the emails.
That's correct. But he did work for it. But he also sent it from his personal email.
Personal email to a team email, and that's how they found them.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, all this other shit that's going on, I think what the NFL is trying to do is offer up Gruden as a sacrifice and a misdirection to see what kind of pieces of shit the Washington football team organization was and what was going on in there.
No, he was happy about this?
Everybody that hates the Washington football team?
Urban Meyer.
Oh, that's right.
Because it takes the heat off of him, man.
That's right. He was out dancing with some 20-year-old. He was dancing with some snapper. And he did not fly back.
It was like Cayman. What was their name? Cayman, Minnesota or something like that. Some fucking weird name like that. I was like, who names their daughter Cayman?
Who names their son Urban?
There's just too many dirty jokes right there with that name.
Urban Cayman.
Yep.
Urban Cayman.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Urban Cayman.
But we don't know. For sure, we won't know.
It's terrible.
The thing is, dude, you fly back with your team. I don't care if you got a piece of strange on the side. You're making enough money.
That was messed up.
Yeah, fly her in, put her up in a hotel for a weekend if you want to.
I mean,
you're too famous to do that.
What are they now? 0-5?
Yeah, they suck. They're horrible. The team's terrible.
Yeah. Well, you wonder why. I mean, look at isn't he? I mean, he's a rookie coach, right, for that team?
Yeah, probably. I got to go back to the thing is that maybe they're doing this so that they can. I know the woman hasn't complained. She doesn't give a shit.
She complained. I had heard on Eric Zane that she's been getting kind of like stalked, I guess, online. So
Comrade Zane. Yeah, of course she's getting stalked online. Comrade Zane. That's why Soft likes Comrade Zane so much. And we will talk about
He said the other day, that he thinks, he was talking to me directly during the show. He said, I don't know if you know this, Boomer Bob, but I find Kamala Harris and Gretchen Whitmer extremely attractive.
I don't know. I'm not saying that.
I wanted to start a GoFundMe to get him some glasses.
Yeah, and he drives. He drives for a living too. That kind of makes me.
And apparently he hasn't taken an eye exam to get his damn driver's license.
Dude, never mind. I can't even talk about this story. I can't. Hey, listen, because I can't. I'll tell you off the air. Before we go, we got to talk about Lizzo and her sexy outfit. We got to talk about this. So Lizzo goes to, I thought it was Cardi B's birthday party. And she basically shows up in a purple minnow net.
It says Cardi B. So let me verify. Go ahead and talk.
So she basically shows up in a purple minnow net with 2 bicycle tire patches one over each nipple. And someone says that she had a G-string on, but you can't tell. There's no way you can tell.
Well, I mean, where that it sort of gets concealed by.
Yeah, you can't see her at all.
All that looks like a melted ice cream.
Yeah, it's not up on the screen. You're not sharing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh, you actually want me to? You don't think we're going to get
popped? No, we got to show this. Yeah, we have to show it.
I don't think her nips are. Are they covered with something?
They're covered. Yeah, she's got pasties on them nips.
Okay. Well, you can't tell there because they look like the color.
Just put the picture up, or I'll do it.
Oh fuck! I got it, man. Jesus Christ! Eat some tapioca. Chill.
Work with me, Bob. Work with me. Okay. So get to the picture. I can't believe you have to blow that picture up, but okay, here we go.
Well, I'm trying to.
I'm
just out some of the ad shit.
I'm trying to make a joke here, Bob. There she is in all her glory.
Oh God, I gotta.
Now here's the thing, and I'm going to be honest with you. You give me a good spray tan and put me in that outfit and give me a couple of bike tires for my nipples, we would look about the same.
Bike tires.
I looked at that because if you scroll down, I don't know if it's in this one, but there's some from the back. And I was looking at that. I was like,
there's anything here. Let me see.
Anything.
If you glamour real quick, let's just podcast the internet here. Let's see.
Yeah, that's
more. Oh, no.
No. But anyhow, and I thought to myself, so what I was going to do was I was going to go and take my face, my head, and put it on Lizzo's body. But then I thought to myself, why? Because once I say this, the Discord nitwits will not walk, but run to Photoshop to take my face and put it on Lizzo's body. But I'm serious. That's not too far off. That if
isn't there video for this? I don't have the video. Do you have it?
No, I don't.
I thought I saw video of it.
I thought there was one when you went. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I thought that just
I've seen a video of her like twerking.
Oh, good God. There probably was. I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to it too much. I mean,
I've got one. If you give me just a second, I have to share it.
There's a podcast called Fashion Crimes, and they talk about like fashion and what's a fashion crime. And I consider this right here the death penalty.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Don't look away.
I won't.
And I know you want to. There she is. Work it, baby. Twerk it.
The thing is.
Oh,
there she goes.
I'll go ahead and turn it down while you talk.
So basically, yeah, once the music stops, it takes her about a half an hour. But,
yeah, to quit. Yeah, I think the Richter scale probably got broke on that one. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so she went to this party, no shoes on, and in that purple, basically minnow net, you can see through everything. And they say she has a G-string on. I don't know. That's expecting a lot of a G-string. To be quite honest with you. But I don't know. I think we said it all, Bob. I think we've done it all.
Have we really?
I don't know. You got anything else? The only thing else I see here is that you're talking about how Gavin Newsom wants to outlaw the sale of small engines. And you know what I say?
January 1st, 2024, you're no longer going to be able to buy any non-off-road, like small engine, like generator, lawnmower, weed eater, chainsaws, that kind of stuff in California. Then when everything battery powered, I just don't see the Latino community running around with battery chargers.
Now, and then here's the other thing. California, you deserve every bit of this. You had your chance to get rid of this scumbag, and you didn't. And now you've empowered him to do even more, to screw you even more. And again, with this climate change nonsense that they're talking about, I'm not saying that the climate might not be changing. It might be. But what can we do? Meanwhile, the amount of coal that China's burning is ridiculous. I forget how many metric tons of coal China burns in a day just for their electricity. It is mind-numbing. And they're running out of it. They're going to Australia. Now they're buying Australian coal.
I want to see if these things go together. See if I got the audio down. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh.
Shake it, don't break it, baby.
I love your moves.
I want to put some wiggle in your jiggle.
You can rub that up on me all night long. Hey, baby, I'll give you 30 minutes to stop that right now.
Don't make me Bill Cosby that ass.
Holy shit.
I've been itching to press a button all night for no reason. All right, I got it on my system.
Bob loves his fart noises.
Let's end on, I don't have a dad joke, so we'll just leave with some truth.
Hello, faggot lovers everywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And there's Pope Francis kissing the hands of David Rockefeller and John Rothschild. There we go.
Wow. You know what I was going to do? I have this one thing here. Where did it go? I'm getting. You know what? I'm a little. You've been running the board and sharing everything tonight.
You're rusty.
I'm rusty.
Got a bunch of tapioca.
This is a picture of a van that someone took, and it says, "Birds aren't real. Every bird is a government surveillance drone."
Have you zoomed in on it?
The United States government murdered over 12 billion. I'm trying to read the side of the van, so it's hard. Birds.
Can you not zoom in on it? There's like a plus button right up here, right up top. There's a plus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Bob.
I love the spelling of the word through. It's perfect.
The United States government murdered over 12 billion birds over the course of 1959 through THREW 2001. As they killed off the real birds, they replaced them with surveillance drone replicas. Indistinguishable. They could spell indistinguishable, but they couldn't spell through. From a biological bird. There are no real birds left. And then if you look up, it says pigeons or liars.
And
birds.
whores.
Birds charge
on power lines. Wake up on the front fender.
Wake up, what people?
Are those like things on the roof to keep birds from like landing on his car?
They might be. I didn't notice that.
Looks like nails upside down.
Yeah.
Is that a dish on top of the car too?
Sure.
Or the van?
He's trying to pick up the surveillance of the birds.
There's no way that's real. I mean, he obviously didn't. Maybe he got like the door done at like a vinyl shop, like a vinyl, wrap shop. But that other long part, there's no way that was done pro because it's all like drunk.
I don't think I'm going to be able to zoom in on this. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, the anatomy of the bird there.
I would love to see what the anatomy of that bird is.
It probably says like antenna, rechargeable battery pack.
Yeah.
It's just like Bluetooth. Bluetooth
I know.
Receiver. Oh my god.
Just like the birds aren't, and I've heard that theory before that there's no birds.
Would you like to learn how these rich pricks do shit in 47 seconds?
Sure.
Now this one pretty much just like focuses on Mark Zuckerberg, but it pretty much goes with all of them. Ready? Go.
Go ahead.
Dude, did you know Mark Zuckerberg only has a $1 salary? Yeah, that's old news. It's so he can avoid paying the highest type of tax, income tax. Did you know most of his compensation come in the form of stock options? Yep, And everyone knows that investment assets are taxed at one of the lowest rates. Sheesh, you have anything original? Did you know he has a $3 billion credit line that he's pledged his portfolio against, and he can withdraw it from any time to use tax-free? Oh. And on that credit line, he likely only has interest-only loans. And if his portfolio appreciates significantly, he can take out a larger loan to pay back the interest of the old loan and rinse and repeat. And when old man Zuck finally kicks the can, he can pass off his entire portfolio to his kids, tax-free at a stepped-up cost basis. Wow, I need to follow John's finance tips.
John's finance tips.
That's how they do it.
That's how they do it. They do. They do.
Yep.
All right. So what have we learned today, Bob? We've learned out that Superboy is now a bisexual and he's a power top.
We've learned that you don't drive me to drink enough. I brought out 5 beers and I only drink 2.
No,
I do got to pee though, so my bladder can hold roughly 2 beers and some tea.
We learned that the Netflix CEO likes Dave Chappelle more than he likes his trans workers. Oh, and I'm going to end on this. I got a Twitter timeout again on my other account, but this time I'm not taking it, Bob. I've appealed it, so I'll let you know later on how that works out. We'll be here Monday morning, right?
What'd you do?
You
can't tell me that you're doing time and not tell me why you're.
Okay, so here's what happened. So there is a guy that's running against Rand Paul for senator. And I said, are you kidding me? You're running against the only guy in Congress that actually gives a shit. The only guy in Congress that's sitting there, speaking up about everything that's wrong in this country, and you want to run against him. Why don't you go and take Cocaine Mitch out? I said, do us a favor. And I said, I hope Rand Paul beats you like Chris Brown. Now, does that mean that I want Rand Paul to fight the guy and beat the guy up like Chris Brown beat up Rihanna? Of course not. But what happens is liberal Twitter can't say that they can't take that as a joke the way it was meant as a joke. They think that I really meant that I want Rand Paul to go out and beat this guy like Chris Brown beat Rihanna. So this was my response. Are you kidding me? You realize that this is just a metaphor saying that I want Rand Paul to beat him in the election, not physically attack him. What's wrong with you people? I want to see how that works out.
Cash me outside. How about that?
Cash me outside.
All right. Well, I'm going to take off my headphones, but I'm going to run this. I think this is a contender as well for a new intro song.
Okay.
I got to pee.
All right. You go pee.
For calling Pfizer First Connect. This call may be monitored for quality assurance. Side effects that have been reported with the vaccine include severe allergic reactions, non-severe allergic reactions such as rash, itching, hives, or swelling of the face, myocarditis, inflammation of the heart muscle, pericarditis, inflammation of the lining outside the heart, injection site pain, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, fever, injection site swelling, injection site redness, nausea, feeling unwell, swollen lymph nodes, lymphadenopathy, decreased appetite, diarrhea, vomiting, arm pain, fainting in association with injection of the vaccine. These may not be all the possible side effects of the vaccine. Serious and unexpected side effects may occur. The possible side effects of the vaccine are still being studied in clinical trials. Call the vaccination provider or your healthcare provider if you have any side effects that bother you or do not go away.
There you go. Get vaccinated, people. Get out there and get that jab. Especially if you're young, or especially if you've already had COVID and survived and you have the natural immunity, which is 12 times more durable than the vaccine. You go out there and get that jab because Uncle Joe can't promise Christmas if you don't go out there and get that jab, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get out there and get vaccinated. That's the problem. That's what's wrong with this country. All you white, conservative, Christian, Bible-thumping, Trump-loving Republicans. Once you get vaccinated, this will all go away. What about all the black people that are not vaccinated? What I'm telling you is that them Trump-loving, Bible-thumping conservatives, they're the problem.
Hey, what I miss?
Just me ranting. That's all.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Look at us. We should have we thought we were only going to go an hour. We didn't think we were going to have enough material. And what'd we do? We almost went an hour and a half. We appreciate everybody that came out here, even soft. And we'll be back here Monday morning at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central. Correct?
Some shit.
Okay. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you later.